as we open this bin, let's just appreciate how much stuff has been thrown away. Can you believe it? The first thing I got was this junior gum shield worth about £8. I also got a second one worth about £6.50. Definitely taking those. I've got these beautiful fridge magnets for my own collection. I also got this lovely set of camping plates, basically brand new, worth about £12. I also grabbed this slap chop, which wasn't worth anything because it was used. I thought it was going to be worth more, but I'm sure it can still be donated. Lots of books thrown away, nothing wrong with these. Stephen King, Bridget Jones's Diary. We had this book about America. There is literally no reason why these couldn't have been donated. I got this book about speaking Romanian, which I thought would be worth more, but it could still be useful for someone. This was a vintage sci-fi book, which hasn't been sold, but it's going for about £9 at the moment, which is amazing. Some more books here. Unbelievable. Now, the reason I'm not taking all of the books is because I only have a limited amount of storage, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have taken as many as I could. I didn't take this Bob the Builder toy, but I should have because it was worth about £5. The same with this Faces and Figures book, which was worth about £7.50. Now, this book caught my eye because it had such beautiful binding. It's actually a dissertation about textile factories and how to save on fabric. It's not worth anything. Don't know how much use it has, but it's absolutely beautiful. These textbooks can be worth a lot of money. They're also very useful to donate. I didn't take them because there was a lot of them, but very useful. There was also this bag of old ladies' hats, fancy old ladies' hats. There was this perfectly good plate, beautiful design on it. Policeman hat. We had a bag of old bits of toys. We had a fart machine. Very mysterious box. This was a Dream Egg white noise machine, which was worth about £15. It was fully working, just didn't have the charger. Some more toys. Some actual rubbish in the bin. A rare sight. This was a bergamot candle from Primark. It smelled amazing, but unfortunately it didn't have the wick. You can melt those candles down, but unfortunately I don't have the time at the moment. There was this book about the history of the Palestinians, which I thought was important to keep. Some more interesting books. Book about mammals, fact books, factoid books. And then this is arguably the find of the night. They threw away some Hornby train set stuff. Now, if you don't know about Hornby, they can be very expensive. This track alone was worth £10 just for a little piece of track. And not only that, there were two of these red trains which were worth £18 each. Which is unbelievable that this was thrown away. There was this cleansing face mask, which was brand new and sealed, which I just took for personal use. I should have perhaps taken these track struts, but at the time I didn't actually know what they were, so unfortunately I left them. There was also this black train, which on the back says Lima. I actually haven't been able to identify it, so if you know what this train is, let me know in the comments. Now, this was a Royal Albert Old Country cake stand, which is usually worth about £25. But unfortunately, this one was incomplete. It actually didn't have the topper at the top. The plates, however, are still sold for about £5 to £15, which is pretty good. However, the most frustrating thing is if you actually look back in the video, you can see the metal topper right there. It was there in front of me, but I didn't take it. Stupid. Oh well, I took this beautiful book of moths for my own personal collection. And lastly, we have this replica rugby ball, which is worth about £7 when it's brand new. But this one was used, so we'll see what we can get for that. And I think that was about it. What an amazing haul. I cannot believe that all of this was thrown away. Let's see what we can get at the next bin. Here we are with the second bin. And as we open this up, let's just appreciate how many DVDs we have here. It's unbelievable. Now, I know that people don't really use DVDs anymore, but they can be a collector's item and they can be worth quite a bit of money. You can also donate these to old people's homes, libraries, and schools, and they'll really appreciate it. I found these box sets of The West Wing that I thought could be valuable, but they didn't turn out to be worth much. We have season 6, Season 5, and Season 2. When looking in these bins, I always try and get obscure DVDs. These ones were quite valuable, especially the Bunny House one, which for some reason was £8. There was this obscure Blu-ray, which is worth about £8. We got Baywatch. Now this Sling Blade DVD was a sealed extended edition, which has been sold for around £60, but it usually sells for around £15 to £16, which is still unbelievable that this was thrown in the bin. Still sealed. Now, at this time, I was getting a bit tired of grabbing with my hands, so I recruited my friend, Mr. Grabber. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Grabber is a bit old. He doesn't grab things too well, but it was still better than leaning over and grabbing it myself. Found the Studio Canal version of Ran Blu-ray, which is about £9.50. And the DVD is still in there. For some reason, I decided not to get this Blu-ray. I'm not too sure why. I got this sealed racing documentary DVD, which is not sold, but is worth about £7 at the moment. This Ghost Rider Blu-ray was another extended edition, which is worth about £9. Crazy. I got this Amelie DVD, which is just for my personal collection. There was season 2 Blu-ray of Game of Thrones, which was about £4. We have the DVD Up, which is another one for my collection. I took these two collector's edition of these old films, which I thought would be worth more, but they're not. I got this Sherlock Holmes Blu-ray, which would be worth around about £9 if it wasn't Paddington 2 in disguise. Yeah, the sleeve was Sherlock Holmes, but underneath was Paddington 2. Sneaky. We got another old collector's edition DVD. We got the complete series of Black Books, which is another one for my personal collection. I'll check if there's a ghost. And just when you thought I was finished with The West Wing, we got two more seasons. Season 4, which for some reason was worth way more than the others. And Season 3. Another ghoul check. We got a War of the Planet of the Apes DVD. Another collector's edition of an old DVD. And lastly, we have a sealed copy of There Will Be Blood. And I believe that's about it. Can you believe how many DVDs were thrown away? Now, it's the moment of truth. Let's see how much value we have saved in total from Landfill. And the total is £231.36. Can you believe it? Would you have taken the stuff that I took? Let me know in the comments. And have a lovely day.